Season 3 of Chefs and Deliciousness starts right now. Woo!
And here we are back in for the edition of Trey's Chow Down Live.
How are you?
Glad to have you. It's glad to have you here, buddy.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for inviting me to your show.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor to be seen on this shirt with so many celebrity chefs.
Thank you.
And restaurateurs that have been sitting here. So for me, it's an honor.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for me to have Chimichurri in the house.
Well, thank you so much. It was a little bit of the challenge, but we finally opened
That's right.
this project, an Argentinian bistro.
Yeah, that's be awesome. We're going to get to that in just 1 minute. Okay. So last 2 weeks ago, we had our best barbecue list in North Texas and beyond on Fox. If you have not seen it yet, just go to Trey'sChowdown.com. It's right at the top, and then also in the blog section, you'll see it. Best barbecue. Now, if you haven't checked it out, you need to. It's got all kinds of great articles in it. And it's got the article, the big poster at the bottom of the page where you can screenshot it or print it off and keep it with you so you can make your barbecue list all year long. And then on May 14th, we got our best burgers in North Texas coming out for ABC. We'll be on ABC Daybreak for 2 hours as a party on the plaza. We'll have 7 different burger people there that have won, that are on the list from all the way from East Texas all the way out towards Abilene and they're here in DFW, and it's going to be a fantastic show. So May 14th, ABC Channel 8, Daybreak from 5 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. And then May 1st, we got the Red Dirt Barbecue Festival in Tyler, Texas. 30 barbecue vendors, music all day. I'm excited about that. That's going to be. You eat a lot of barbecue?
I love barbecue.
You don't have time to do much, so you're at the restaurant all the time.
Well, actually, I even have a taco with that I work with 190 Smoke.
Uh-huh.
It was the perfect brisket taco.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Perfect. And then tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. until sold out, we have an Asian street fair at Asian Times Square in Grand Prairie. This place, if you've not been to this place, it's absolutely amazing. It's huge. They have all different kinds of Asian foods and shops there, and they're going to have a street food fair tomorrow. All kinds of Asian street food. I just love that. I love that Asian street food, boy. Man,
I just love food.
Yeah, I'm lying to you. I love all kinds of food. Yeah. And then today, one final thing. Today, Cinnaholic opens up in Arlington. One of their, I don't know what locations it's probably their 5th or 6th location, DFW. But I love them. I met them 3 years ago for the first time in Dallas, and their stuff is fantastic. It's all made fresh in-house. Sweet cinnamon rolls that you won't even believe. You can go to Trey's Chow Down on Facebook and Instagram. You can see a lot of their stuff. I have a lot of it posted on the Facebook side of it. So Cinnaholic, Arlington. If you haven't been to Cinnaholic and you live in Arlington, check that out. Now we're going to get with Mr. Chimichurri.
Well, one more time, thank you for having me here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So you've been in the food business a long time, but where are you from originally?
I'm from Mexico City. I was born in Mexico City. I came here to the United States when I was 17 years old to Dallas, Texas.
All right.
Started as a dishwasher, just like anybody else. Loved the restaurant business because my father used to have restaurants in Mexico City.
Ah, okay.
Unfortunately, I made the decision to, well, not unfortunately. Luckily, I have family living in Dallas. I decided to come here, travel a little bit, and I worked here for a couple of years, live in Miami, New York, Vegas, San Francisco, but I always ended up coming back to Dallas, and it's been my home for the past 30 years.
We talked about that a few times I've eaten at your restaurant. We talked about how you hit the great food places. You hit Miami, which one of my favorites, San Francisco, which I lived for a year and a half, Las Vegas. I mean, those are just fantastic food places.
I needed to learn.
Yeah.
I wanted to travel and make the different experience, learn the culture, go back to Mexico for a while, come back to the States. But I always ended up coming back to Dallas, and this is my home.
It's your home now for sure, isn't it?
I'm 54 years old now, so I'm more than a Texan than a Mexican. So I'm a Texican.
You're a Texican, that's good. Texican. Well, with all the names these days, Texican, that's a funny name.
Yes,
so, what of all those places you lived, what was your favorite place that you enjoyed the most? I guess if you didn't live here, where would you go?
It was Miami because I was younger.
Yeah.
The beach.
Yeah.
Calle Ocho, Latin.
Was that in the 80s?
Late 80s. Around the
of
Miami Vice area. It was fun.
Lots of good stuff happened in the 80s in Miami.
Yes, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
You know what? Up until then, Miami had started going like this, and then the 80s brought Miami and Miami Vice. I think Miami Vice helped bring Miami back a lot.
Yeah, there was not even South Beach on
No,
those days.
no.
It was just Miami
Yeah.
and, of course, Ocean Drive.
Yeah.
But it was nothing what it is right now, which is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. The food scene there is just unbelievable.
And the different types of food and the ethnicity and everything, it's great.
They have that. They have the South Beach Miami Food Network Food Festival there every year, and I want to go to that.
I would love to be now that we can travel, hopefully very soon.
Yeah.
Some of them we got vaccines.
Yeah.
And hopefully by next year, I would love to go back to the South Beach Festival.
That's awesome. The food out there is crazy.
Yes.
So, what was your when you lived? What was another place that you really liked that you lived at?
San Francisco, of course.
Oh,
It's unfortunately it's way too expensive to live
oh,
there.
you can't.
But
Yeah.
the food, the culture, the people, everything, the weather.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah, it's
energy.
the
great.
weather is absolutely for me. Being a fat boy, the weather's perfect in San Francisco.
Yes. It reminds me kind of like Mexico City at night.
Yeah,
When it gets a little colder, but it's never too hot.
No.
San Francisco is great.
yeah. You got a vest or sweater at night and a short sleeve shirt in the daytime.
Yes, and of course the water.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know the two things I loved. I lived out there for a year and a half, and the two things I loved. That's the first place I had real sourdough. Was San Francisco.
Which is the Boudin Bakery, the
Yeah.
sourdough bakery.
Yeah.
That's where they create the sourdough.
It was so good. I couldn't stop eating it. I mean, I would go back all the time and get it.
I love sourdough. You can make some great tortas, which is Mexican sandwiches with sourdough.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You do a lot of stuff with sourdough.
Yeah.
And the other thing was they always had lots of seals and stuff around the wharfs and stuff, which I thought was cool.
Yes, and then you get all these great bread,
Yeah.
seafood,
Yep.
all the there's so much to the. Even though this is a small city,
Yeah.
you don't even need a car to move around.
No, you don't. It's compact.
It's compact.
Yeah.
There's so many different ethnicities and food and places to visit.
Yeah.
So this is a fun city.
I went into one, they have all those big, they had Pier 4 now, but I went into one of their big ship piers that was empty, one of those buildings. I could not believe how big that building was. It was one that was way down. It was one that weren't using at that time. It's all cleaned out, but it was just huge where they brought the ships in to work on them. It was crazy.
Well, a friend of mine and I, we used to rent one of those terminals and do a party every year. I lived there for 5 years. A lot of team parties for New Year's Eve, on especially parties there, and raves.
Oh, raves. Oh,
And we used to leave those spaces on the ground, and we used to do it three or 4 times out of the year.
I can't see you at a rave.
Well, I was 19, 20 years old. So, so I did it all.
You did it all.
I did it all.
So you came back to Dallas.
Yes.
And,
After travel for 10, 12 years through the United States,
Right.
I went back to Mexico to see the family and everything. I work a little bit of Mexico, but I can get used to anymore.
right. You want to be back here.
Yeah. So I wanted to be back in Dallas, and that's when I started working through nice restaurants with chefs like Dean Ferry,
Right.
Abner Samuel,
Yeah.
of course, Stephen Piles.
Right.
And I worked my way up from, like I say, from dishwasher, line cook, server. Some of them I become a manager in some of the nice restaurants.
Yeah.
And I got the opportunity at one point a few years ago to open my own restaurant. And
Well, the rest is history.
and the rest is history.
You worked for Dean. You worked for Dean. You worked for John Teaser.
Which it was the last place I worked.
That's the
in
last
a
place you
restaurant
worked.
for somebody else until I opened my taco shop 5 years ago.
You worked at both of John's restaurants in Dallas. You
Yes,
worked
I
at-
actually started Spoon.
Right, Spoon. Great seafood.
Amazing, the most unique seafood.
Yeah.
Not even in New York or San Francisco.
Yeah.
I think he's a genius.
Yeah.
And then he moved on to Knife.
Right.
He brought me there because he really liked me.
Right.
And for John to like somebody
Yeah.
takes a lot
Yes, it does.
of work.
Yes, it does.
You got to be really good at what
he-
you do. Otherwise,
You got to be good, but you also have to be trusting.
yes.
Yeah.
But first thing, trusted. Because
Yeah.
that's, and he brought me to Knife. And I worked there for like 3 years until I got an opportunity to open Tacos Mariachi
Right.
on late 2015.
Now let's talk about Tacos Mariachi because that was your first restaurant.
Well, actually, my first restaurant, it was in 2015 called Café San Miguel.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
On
Yeah, that's right.
Henderson.
Okay. That's right.
And Macmillan.
That's right.
It was like the first Mex restaurant in Dallas.
Okay.
They earned 4 stars.
Right.
I was there for 4 or 5 years. Then I sold my part.
Right.
And then I went work through the restaurants for a while, management. And then I got the opportunity to work on John Tizar.
Right.
Then John Tizar.
Right.
And then in 2000, late 15, I opened
Mariachis.
Taco Mariachi on West Dallas, on Singleton.
What does mariachi mean in English?
Mariachi is like this. Mariachi.
Okay, the mariachi, okay.
Mariachi, the band.
Yeah.
The mariachi band.
So where did you get the idea for that? You told me, we were talking about that earlier.
Basically, I was back home. I stayed for a little bit, come back. And I went to my first meal. I went to Velvet Taco on
Velvet
Henderson.
Taco, that's right, yeah.
I saw what they were doing, these amazing ethnic tacos,
Right.
because they're not authentic.
Right.
They're all different from different
Right.
parts of the world, but they're, and I said, wow, what a great concept, what a great tacos.
Yeah.
I can do this when the opportunity come along, but I want to do it with the authenticity,
Right.
not just the typical.
And
street
fresh.
And fresh.
Fresh.
Okay. And well, they're fresh too, but
Yeah.
very authentic. So I have the opportunity when I was in Mexico to travel to Baja, to Los Cabos, and over there, mainly what you predominate on the little street cars are
Right.
seafood tacos, from octopus to smoked salmon
Right.
to shrimp.
Yeah.
So I learned some of those recipes when I was there. So I got the opportunity to cover this little space
Right.
on Singleton, which was a convenience store,
Yeah.
a large taqueria. They gave me the opportunity to convert it as a taco shop, and that's what I did. And I wanted to put a catchy name, so I say
Yeah.
Taco Mariachi.
Yeah.
All the gringos knows what a taco and a mariachi is.
Yeah.
It would be hard to forget.
Yeah.
So we opened back in 2008, on November of the 15th. By the 16th, we got so many amazing reviews. And the first year I won Best Taco Joint with D Magazine,
Right.
Best Taqueria with Dallas Observer, Best New Restaurant.
Right.
New restaurant.
Yeah.
That was a self-service
Yeah.
place with Dallas Morning News.
Right.
So I won all the awards selling tacos.
And you were on Triple D.
And then a year later, it was funny because somebody told me, the only thing you're missing is to be on Triple D. And I said, which is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Like, well, that will be a dream come true. And late 2018, I was approached by the Food Network
Right.
to be on Triple D. And I'm the only taco shop so far to be in Triple D.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, great.
And then you told me after that your business just skyrocketed.
Yeah, 34/7. Then I got, everybody knew about Tacos Mariachi. So they were driving from Dallas across the bridge to become a destination for lunch and dinner.
You know, that's the secret nowadays. If you have a restaurant, you want to be a destination.
Yes.
That's a secret because that way people want to come see you more often.
Yes. But that's what basically I was a destination. Because when I was there on 2015, 16, 17, it's not what it is West Dallas.
No, yeah.
They knew about Trinity Gross, which is they do an amazing thing.
Right.
But there was like 3 blocks down.
Yeah.
And nobody knew, not even people would just come to Trinity Gross and they don't drive that far because it was scary.
Yeah, a little scary, yeah.
Now it's different. Now it's the place to be.
They call it sketchy. It was a little sketchy.
That's it. They were sketchy.
Sketchy, yeah.
Yes.
That's funny. But it's not now. But everything has to have time to grow. When you do something, right now, see, we're landlocked. And so they go into these old areas and they tear stuff down. And if you're the first couple of 2 people that open up, it's going to be a little sketchy for a little bit.
Yes. And like you say, Dallas grows so much on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Now they moved. They did the bridge, and now they're building on the other side because there's no place else to build more apartments, more developers. I feel bad because most of the people that live in that area, they're Hispanics.
Yeah. From a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a Hispanic, I feel bad that sometimes they have to sell their houses because they can't keep up with the taxes.
Right.
As a businessman, the more he grows and the better he gets, the more business is going to come to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, though. I guess anytime you have progress, there's people that suffer.
Yes.
So,
but it's part of life.
It's part of life. Yeah, it's
part of life, and to be, to a developer, grow, and we have to keep moving forward.
So let's talk about, before we talk about Chimichurri, I want to talk about you had the restaurant. Before COVID, you run a ladder, right? You broke your
yes. Actually, I have to the end of 2019. I have 2 Taco Mariachis, the original Singleton, and the one on Lower Greenville by Trey Chapman.
Right.
So I fractured my ankle after the Christmas party for the my employees, which is my family, went to clean up, and I fractured my ankle, so I got 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
Then I was in a wheelchair and a rubber, taking Ubers and driving back to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Then what happens on March?
COVID
hit us.
Yeah.
I opened for one more day, Lower Greenville for St. Patrick's. They actually canceled the parade, but we still have to open. And then the following day, which is a Monday, the governor decided to close because we were not aware of what was going to happen in the United States.
Yeah.
We knew there was in Europe, but we never thought that it was going to come to here.
We didn't believe it. Yeah, we didn't believe it was going to happen.
We were kind of naive about it.
Yeah. We were kind of just,
Yeah,
but,
it's done there.
Yeah.
It's too far
it's
away.
Too far. It's across the pond.
Yes, but
you know what? You know what though? We're almost towards the end of it now.
Yes,
so I think it'll be around for a long time. But we're to the point now where it's manageable.
Yes,
because it's going to be just like the flu or anything else. People are going to get it. Some people aren't going to get it. Some people are going to pass. Some people aren't going to pass. It's just it's just facts of life.
Yes, as long as we keep protecting ourselves, people get the vaccines and everything, which I think is the best thing we can happen. We're gonna be fine.
So tell me, when you were at Tacos Mariachi, what was your favorite taco there?
Well, my number 1 taco and my staple is the octopus.
That's right. That's right.
We buy the octopus, we boil it for 45 minutes, then we strain it, we chop them up, we saute with cilantro pesto, we put in a corn tortilla with asadero cheese, sliced avocado, and the octopus, and it's a heaven.
Well, you and I talked about this. The octopus is only cooked 2 ways. It's either cooked right
or wrong.
And if it's wrong, it's like rubbery, tough, can't eat it, and or you can't chew it. But basically, it's like a shoe, a
leather shoe.
Yeah, a leather shoe. Yeah, and then the right way, it's soft and tender, succulent, loaded with
like
flavors.
having a steak.
Like having a steak.
Yes.
But I think, as you call them, gringos. You know what? A lot of them are scared to try octopus because it's such a I don't know how to say it's a mystique. It's an animal that people not sure about. But if they try it one time, then they'll like it.
It's all about trying once.
Yeah.
And another difference that I made from Tacos Mariachi, not only did we did the octopus, we did it in the smoked salmon taco, then we wrap in asadero cheese. We cook it on the flat top grill, kind of like a crepe.
Yeah.
We put a little drizzle with crema fresca and sliced avocado. I did a shrimp saute in cilantro pesto sauce. We did the mazateño. So 80% of my menu, it was seafood. I did a fish taco, but usually most of them tempura fried. This one I crumbled chicharrón.
Yeah.
And we crushed it in, and it's like incredible.
So what do you think the last decade, seafood tacos have just seafood in general has just really have made an explosion. I don't know if it's social media or what it is, but it's made a big explosion.
Yes, and it's not easy here in Texas because in Texas, either we love good barbecue, steaks, or good Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
So for me, we're telling me, open a seafood taco, you crazy. I go, no. I said, we're going to have what people love, which is the traditional, what they know, the carne asada, but they're going to need to learn something else. And not a lot of good restaurants. I'm not saying that they copy me because we're room for everybody.
Yeah.
They're doing seafood, and if you do it right,
they're going to come back.
Everybody loves seafood. You just got to do it right.
Because some people don't do it right.
Yes, but
you can't say that though, right? Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad restaurant up there. I think everybody or a taco place, everybody have their own.
You know what? If and there's a lot of food bloggers and stuff, people that will write bad reviews just because they get irritated or something in a restaurant. And I wish more people would think about what they do before they write a review. You know, my granddad always said, if you're gonna write something about somebody, or you're gonna make a big decision or something that is gonna impact somebody's business, you need to think about it for a few days. Think about it before you do it. And 9 times out of 10, what you're gonna write is gonna change. It's got to calm down. You know, but if a restaurant's truly bad, it's not gonna stay open very long. Yeah. Not in this market. There's too many great restaurants. So, and too many people eat out. So if a restaurant's truly bad, it's gonna kill itself. You know,
people know these things now. Before, now with social media, and people are, excuse my language, they're not naive or stupid. They will go try you one second time. If you know your food is not fresh or it's not up to the standards for your price point, they will never come back.
Right. That's exactly right.
So there's 3 things that you need to do right: good service,
right,
quality, and good food.
Yeah.
If you have those 3 keys,
Yeah.
you're gonna be in business for a long time.
The main one is service now.
Yes.
And that's always been, but now in this day and age, service is really pressed upon to have great service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not right now. It's hard to get some employees.
We were just going to talk about that. Yeah.
Stop giving all those checks anymore. Let people to come back to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can't find the employees. Yeah.
No.
It's terrible.
No.
Every restaurant's suffering. And I just put that on my page. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm one of the luckiest persons to have the Argentinian restaurant that I do.
You're not lucky. They respect you and you take care of them, and so all the families work for you, right?
Because I treat it with respect and a family.
Yeah.
And now that I'm gonna mention that we're gonna open a new concept of tacos very soon in the next 2 weeks, and I would love for you to come to be the first one to film how we cook the octopus and the steak and everything there.
That's gonna be awesome.
I have 80% of my family, which is employees, come back.
That's
to
awesome.
work. So I have no pressure on that one. It's basically the wheel is already invented on that one.
That's good.
Yes.
So let's talk about Chimichurri.
Yes.
Because the first time she called me and she told me about it, the marketing person, Ariana.
Which is a good person.
Yeah,
great
I
person.
have a hard time saying her name, Ariana.
Yes.
Which I just saw the word chimichurri, and chimichurri is one of my absolute most favorite things. The aroma, the flavor profile, the freshness. It's just hard to explain how great that particular thing is. It's just the dish. Golly. So where'd you get the idea for chimichurri?
Well, the idea is being because I have a good friend of mine, it's actually my business partner who's from Buenos Aires now.
Right.
He has restaurants in Mexico City. He's from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. So he lives in Mexico most of his life. And he has phenomenal Argentinian pizzerias and steakhouses. So he came to visit me during the past 7 years to Dallas.
Right.
Because we know each other from Mexico.
Right.
And he said, why don't we do a restaurant? I want to do an Argentinian concept. And I was busy with Tacos Mariachi. And I said, well, we get to the point. We do it. And I said, well, in the end, it's going to be wine, which is people love Argentinian wines.
Right.
And they love steaks.
Yeah.
So you can go wrong. We just need to tweak it a little bit and make it more casual.
Right.
Than just another steakhouse.
Right.
So we're doing the empanadas, the Argentinian pizzas. Right. And the timing was 2 years ago, before COVID.
Right.
So we signed the lease on March 1st.
Yeah.
And March 15th, everything closed.
Yeah, COVID hit.
And of course, the opportunity came up to sign a great location in Bishop Arts,
right,
which is Oak Cliff.
Right.
It was the former Tillman's restaurant. It was an institution for 18 years
right.
old.
Right.
18 years old, so they closed. They approached me. They loved my concept, and they gave it to me. So once we start construction, we have to lock it down for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because you cannot get permits in the city.
No,
you cannot
nothing,
do anything.
Nothing.
But the landlords were nice enough to work with me, wait until we were ready to open.
Yeah.
And now we opened since last November.
Yeah.
And it's been a success.
You opened up during COVID.
Yes.
I remember when I got the email from Mariana, and I said, "What? They're going to open him?" But but that's okay because it gave you time to work everything out too. It's kind of a blessing.
Yes, it was a blessing.
Yeah,
it was a blessing.
So chimichurri, I want you to tell everybody that doesn't know what chimichurri is, and because some people may not know, tell them exactly how it's prepared and what it is.
It's a sauce,
right?
Chimichurri is kind of like the hot sauce that we use in Mexico, but different ingredients. They put a chimichurri sauce on everything, especially meats.
Yeah.
The base is an olive oil with fresh garlic, oregano, parsley, Italian parsley, black peppercorns. Right. So it's a sauce.
Right. It's a sauce. I kind of
order when you do the grilling asados. Yeah. You just rub it on top.
I like to call it a condiment because
it's a condiment
because I use it so much. Well, I always ask for more to go home whenever I'm there. Whenever I'm there,
and I have to cancel chimichurri, the traditional, which is the Argentinian way, which is mild, and then the Tejano, which is with Texas. So we added some pepper flakes to make it a little spicy.
Yeah. It's just the fragrance, the aroma from chimichurri is just unbelievable.
Yes. It's hard to mess up. If you do the directions the way it's supposed to be, you don't mess it up.
Yeah.
It's a great sauce.
So let's talk about your chef because you're a chef, and then we're going to talk about your whole menu over there. You have a fantastic chef there.
Yes. He's from Buenos Aires.
Yes.
He was working in Argentina and moved to Mexico. my business partner brought it in as an opening chef to consulting. He loved Dallas so much, he decided to stay here, brought his family. We got henna bees and everything, and he's an amazing guy.
Everybody loves Texas.
Yes. Hey, Texas is a friendly state. Yeah, Texas people are the friendly states.
Yeah. So he's here now, and he's great. I mean, I enjoyed talking to him, and he's very talented. So your menu you've got empanadas. You got a bunch of different empanadas, which we're going to show here in a few minutes, and you've got steaks. The steaks are fabulous.
The all grass fed, organic,
all grass fed, organic. Yeah, that's right. I've had two different steaks. They've both been absolutely delicious. And you have all kinds. You have desserts, and you've got fabulous brunch
and pizzas. And Argentinian pizzas, they're like New York style, thin crust. But the difference in Argentina, because the influence is so big on Italian community, they're a little more rich, which is more cheese and more protein. And in Texas, we love that. So we saw tons of pizza.
More cheese and more protein. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong there. Yeah. I don't think I've had one of your pizzas yet.
Well, you have to come give it another try.
I got to come back again.
Right. Yes.
So you started brunch.
We started brunch. We do Saturday and Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Our menu is totally different than nighttime.
Right.
We do from empanadas Benedict to some of the empanadas that we use. Right. We have the Argentinian French toast.
That's what omelets, I like. That's Argentinian French toast.
Omelets, fresh cocktails, sangria, mimosas.
Yeah.
It's a traditional brunch.
But you also have a mixologist there that works for you that makes these incredible drinks.
His name is James Slater. He's from Panama. You met it.
Yeah.
He's very good in what he does. Well, he was like my first people that I approached to try to do this venture with me. He used to work with John Tizar with me.
Yeah.
And on a knife and a spoon, but we know each other for years.
Yeah.
So he's an amazing guy.
You've built a great team over there, haven't you?
Yes. It's not easy, but people trust me. I treat them with respect. And it's becoming a success.
In the restaurant business, I know other businesses too, but especially in the restaurant business, you have to build that team that gets great service and that you can trust. I mean, that's it. Because you want to run just as good when you're not there as it does when you are there. So
yes.
Trust is a big part of it.
Another great person that I have, and it was not even a restaurateur. She actually was on the radio.
Oh, that's right.
Her name is Victoria. You met it?
Yeah. She has a great personality.
She used to work for 93.3.
Yeah.
And have a show here.
Yeah.
And she used to be one of my loyal customers, on Tacos Mariachi. I even have a taco after her called the BKO, which is the best way to describe it. It's a Mexico and a tortilla. So I moved to California, came back, and when I was about to open Chimichurri, I asked her to support me for a little bit, and now she's my manager.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's the one that called you when I was in there on the second or third time. She called you dad or something.
Yes.
And I was like, I really thought it was your daughter.
Yeah.
And he said, no. She works with me.
No, but no, she's like my daughter. She's great.
Yeah, that was awesome though.
Now that I'm going to open the taco place back, I feel comfortable to leave in the restaurant for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because I'm never gonna leave it all the time. Just for 3 hours, just like another a real restaurateur. We are addicted to what we love.
Yeah.
And I have passion of what I do. So she's gonna be the restaurant will be fine on her hands.
You don't want to set the baby down.
Yeah,
you don't want to put the baby down.
No. It's still crawling. So
you still crawling.
I'm still crawling.
Barely
crawling. So it's still a way to go to he can make the first steps.
Okay. We're going to show a little 1-minute video here about supporting local. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about your empanadas we're going to have.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Trey Chapman, publisher of Trey's Chowdown and host of Trey's Chowdown Live, a weekly TV show and radio podcast highlighting chefs, restaurants, and deliciousness. The restaurant and service industry is in big trouble due to COVID-19, and they could really use your help. While restaurants and service operations may look normal, they are far from normal. So many restaurants, food trucks, burger spots, barbecue joints, bars, and taverns are literally going broke by the hour and might get worse. So I'm asking everyone to help out the simplest way they can, and that is to please buy and shop local. Whether you're dining in, taking out, or get delivery, you are helping out your local businesses tremendously. Mom and pop owners, chefs, restaurants, and all of our service folks will be so very thankful that you're helping in this difficult time. Oh, and be generous on the gratuity when possible. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting local.
And be sure and support local. Like we talked about a while ago, the problem with the staffing issue is just creating major. I've got one friend of mine that owns 3 restaurants, and he's running each restaurant with 2 people in front, 2 people in the front of the house, 2 people in the back of the house, and that's it. He said it's a nightmare. I mean, he just can't get them to come to work. Terrible.
That's part of my life too.
I know.
I probably have 2.5 people in front, 2.5. So we're on the same problem.
Yeah. Okay. So here's some of the empanadas you make. These things are just absolutely beautiful. These empanadas right here are just amazing. So what? How many different kinds of empanadas do you make?
So we have on the restaurant 6 different types of empanadas. They all make in-house. They all fold by hand, each individually on different shapes. Like the round ones are ham and cheese.
Right.
The ones on your left, it's the bourbon, gorgonzola, and wild mushrooms. The ones on your right, one of them is like this one is the spicy beef.
Wow.
Then we have the traditional beef and lamb.
So do you just fold them in different shapes to know what they
So
are?
we know what they are.
Oh, okay. That's why.
That's
okay.
what it is.
That's neat.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what it is. So people, when we do all the difference,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they have machines and they put a stamp, but no, we want to be as authentic as it. So it's not easy to make the empanadas because first on Tuesdays, we make all the fillings, like
Right.
the 6 fillings that we
Right.
have.
Right.
We let it rest, like especially the meat,
Right.
and the next day, we go there and
Fold them.
make the empanadas.
And these are
So
all
it's a
made
2-day process.
all made by hand.
And made by hand. There's not a machine. That's why you can see different shapes.
Look how fat they are. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
The first time I had your empanadas, they were loaded with ingredients and they were very dense. Some empanadas I get, they don't have a lot of substance to them.
No. Here we want to be,
Yeah.
with Texas.
These-
to give it,
yeah.
to give value.
You got to give value and you got to give a lot of
Value,
food.
yeah. Yes.
But these had that culinary jingle everybody loved.
Yes.
Deliciousness.
It is a deliciousness.
I can smell the chimichurri as soon as that door opens up. I can smell
Yeah.
it. Does the smell stay that potent always?
Always.
Always, okay.
Now we do it every 2 days in the house.
Yeah.
We don't make like gallons and
No,
gallons of that
no.
because then we get spoiled.
No.
One of the things is you have to have freshness.
And
people
everything.
we know.
Yeah.
People know. They will come one day, they see it was here before. Now you need, one of the things is consistency. You don't have consistency, you're
That's
on the
it.
wrong business.
So which one of these is the hardest? It takes the longest to make. You have lamb.
They are lamb because we cook it for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
We braise it. We buy the leg of lamb.
Right.
With bone, we cook it with fresh herbs, carrots, zucchini, wine, and everything. And it's cooked. It's braised for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Once it's done, we take it out, we strain it, we let it on the pan, and we let it rest on the walk-in cooler overnight.
It's got to rest, or you wouldn't be able to.
No,
make
because otherwise, if the fillings are too hot,
yeah.
you're not able to fold the empanadas. They will break apart when you cook it.
So how long does it take to make the dough that goes around the empanadas? How long does that take?
But I have a guy, one of the guys, he's from Argentina as well, Mendoza. He spends, it's like making fresh pasta.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work.
Oh, that's right.
So they do
that's
like
right.
sheets and everything, fresh pasta.
It's so hard to remember everything because every time I come over there, we talk for so long. We talk about different things. I remember you telling me about that now. Yeah.
So we have also pastas on the menu, a couple of pastas.
All
One of
homemade?
is the capelletti, similar to ravioli, that we stuff homemade with lamb, wild mushroom cream sauce, and it's making Argentina meatball. It's Argentina meatballs for kids.
Yeah.
And Argentina meatballs with spaghettis made in house.
That's just everything is made in house.
Even the bread.
Yeah,
We made
yeah.
the bread there. So,
Yeah, I forgot. Have I tried your bread? I don't think I tried.
well, you tried it on the French.
Oh, yeah.
Argentina French
Yeah.
toast.
Oh, my
So we
God.
use the same.
Okay.
Like kind of French baguettes.
Yeah.
Right.
So see, making everything in house, it gets your consistency, but it's
Yeah.
also very time consuming. That's a time, but
People know those things and
Yeah.
people appreciate those.
yeah. So how many people are you seeing? A lot of people come back to you now?
Most of my business right now, in the past 5 months that we've been open, 40% is
Yeah.
regulars or loyal guests.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
That means you're doing it right.
Even though that we are on weekends, kind of like a tourist
Right.
destination. During the week, we get all the locals from Oak Cliff, Winnetka Heights, Curtis
Sure.
Park, and Dallas. they come to the restaurant.
Well, the one thing I like about Bishop's Art District and Trinity Groves
Yes.
is that it's not really, it's in Dallas, but it's not, because I can leave downtown Fort Worth and be there in 20 minutes as long as there's no traffic. And so it's really, being on this side of the river, it's very close. That's why I tell everybody in Fort Worth, if you want to go to Trinity Groves or Bishop's Art, it's just right down the highway.
We're in the middle of the...
Yeah, you're in the middle. You're not. You're. I mean, you know where it's on the other side of Dallas, so it makes it good for y'all. And then on the weekends when we go there, I always go early if I go to brunch or something, because there's. I mean, it's Bishop's Art is popping now.
Yes, it's like the trendiest place to be.
Yeah.
New housing, new apartments, more restaurant, retailer.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice.
And it's nice because all the restaurants over there are unique. They don't have there's not two the same restaurants. So it's
No,
nice.
it's not like a chain type
Yeah,
of, no.
yeah.
It's more uniqueness in it.
Yeah.
So down the street that we have a breakfast place, the Hot Fellows, we have a bars, we have a new French Indian restaurant that just opened up. I have the Argentinian, there's a couple of the Argentinian places in Dallas. One in downtown is more like a steakhouse.
Right.
And myself, for me, it's called a cantina, an Argentina cantina,
Right.
but I don't want to mislead the people.
Right.
So we call them bistro, casual. You can go there and eat empanadas and have some cocktails, ferments, or you can go there and eat a good cut of meat
Yeah.
and pizza. So casual.
Grass-fed meat.
Yes.
Grass-fed beef.
Yes.
Tender, succulent, juicy,
And
delicious.
delicious. And with that chimichurri, it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know. The last time you gave me, I got a couple different jars from you, and I bet those didn't last me 3 or 4 days. I was putting that stuff on everything. I just never get tired of it. I don't know what it is, but I love garlic. I love olive oil. So it's
We sell tons of that to go.
yeah. Oh, that's right. You guys.
We have
yeah.
10, 12 ounces that people requested.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, can I buy some? Yes.
Well, you gave me. Did your chef give me a special mayonnaise? It was chimichurri.
No, it was the sauce. Yeah, yes. They made it. We use that for the choripan, the Argentina sandwiches.
Right.
So it's a mayonnaise with chimichurri.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a spread. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, well, he gave it to me, and I used it. I'm out of it now, but I used it on quite a bit of stuff. It was so good.
I should have brought some.
Yeah, but you make that in house too, right?
Everything.
Everything's in-house.
Everything is in house.
That is just
all the
unbelievable.
dressings and everything is in house.
So what is your on the brunch? Oh, I'll tell about you added the patio too during the pandemic.
But
y'all
right
had-
now, I was fortunate enough that they let
Yeah.
me add some tables outside on the curb side. So we have 8 tables more.
Yeah.
So now you can, because even though that we fully open 100%,
Right.
people are still concerned
right,
to dine inside in the
Right.
restaurant.
right.
So they let me add some tables up there, and we have a patio.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, patio's outside. Actually, if you want to eat outside, you can see everything going on, so it's nice.
It's more, and people love patios.
Yeah,
And it was one of the things that there are specific location there was no patio.
yeah,
But with this thing COVID happened, they let me add some tables up there. The city's been kind with everybody in the area.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna let us keep it until another year or so.
So the good thing about your brunch is you do Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
You don't just limit to Sunday. And your French toast, I wish I could describe it on air, but I can't. It's just so delicious.
Pues it's just like the baguette that you dip it on egg,
Yeah.
then you cook it. We put some dulce de leche, and we put some. We make a syrup on Nutella,
Yeah.
creme fraiche, mixed berries, and we just pecans.
The flavor profile is awesome, like I told you, because it's not too sweet.
No.
To me, if you have something for brunch, it's really, really sweet. It kind of so I like it not so sweet, but just flavorful, and that's what it is. Yeah, it has that culinary jingle, deliciousness.
Yeah, we don't want to overpower the flavors.
No, you don't want to.
Yeah.
So you are going to open up a new place. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, like we described last year, or the end of 19, I have tacos mariachi, I fractured my ankle, I had 2 surgeries. I even got the COVID.
Right.
So I closed the 2 restaurants and I want a fresh start. So the name of the taco place, and you'll be the first one to know in your program, is called Milagro
Milagro.
Taco Cantina.
Milagro
One-
Taco Cantina.
And the means for Milagro is a miracle.
Oh.
So for me, it's a miracle to be alive,
right.
to have my to try to open my new taco place.
Right.
So I call it Milagro Taco Cantina, which is gonna be on Singleton Boulevard by Trinity Gross.
Right.
And we open it in 3 weeks.
And it's a new restaurant. It's a new build.
It's a new build.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough
Yeah.
because I was gonna move to Tacos Mariachi to the location.
Right.
But everything happened. I spent all my money on a year.
Yeah.
All my savings.
Yeah.
So I have no money to open a new taco place.
Yeah.
I was just going to concentrate in Chimichurri.
Right.
But I was approached by Fio Romano and their group, and they were my previous landlords on the Singleton location. They said, Jesus, we like you. We know that you have passion in what you do. We want to build you a new restaurant. And they built me a brand new restaurant. That's what it's a miracle. They're not my investors. They're just my landlords.
Right.
They want me to keep serving. I do what I do the best, which is make tacos.
Right. Yeah, make tacos.
Yes.
Well, you obviously make chimichurri the best too, but I know you like tacos.
Yeah.
But Phil Romano's a great guy.
He's an amazing person.
Yeah. People don't realize how much he's done for this dining scene in Dallas and just around the
I
road.
know. Unfortunately, some of the people that he worked with or he partnered with, they're not truly, or they don't have it on their restaurants because he built you. You have a dream, you have a concept. He bets on you. The only thing he asks you is to work it.
Yeah.
So they build your restaurant. He spent tons of money, thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And guess what? They don't want to run the restaurant. They just want to go there. And no. You have to be there all the time.
Right.
Otherwise, do something else.
Yeah.
If you don't want to work in a restaurant, if you want to own a restaurant, you have to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil takes the risk. He takes the risk. And he puts the money out. He takes the risk, and he just wants you to go work. Yeah. And a lot of times they want to do other things, and they get it's not.
Oh,
good.
They want to be in shows, and they want to be there. They want to be there. I mean, there's times for everything. Yeah. But the first things first, because restaurants, if you don't run it right, the margin of profit is very small.
Especially now.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Because everything went so high, price went up.
Yeah, when we were owned our restaurants, we were running between 16 and 20%. What is it now average?
10% if you're smart.
If you're lucky.
If you're smart and you do the things type.
Yeah.
So we don't make all the fortune.
No. I think people have a mystique in their mind about what a successful restaurant makes, and there's not a lot of profit in a restaurant. No. You have to be consistent. It's over and over again. And I think because of social media and movie stars and actors and sports guys own all these restaurants, these big restaurants, and they think a lot of those restaurants don't make any money.
No,
they do it because they want to have their name on it,
or they want to entertain their friends.
Yeah.
But I'm there to make money. If I don't make money, I cannot pay my employees.
No. And you can't pay yourself.
They have family. And first is there, and then I'm the second person because they have family to support.
Yeah.
And so first is then, and then we're seconds.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so great. I mean, you take care of people. Yeah. So, what's going to be your favorite thing? When you gonna open up the new place?
We open probably the third week of May. I'm waiting for my CEO next week.
So you're waiting on the city,
and then we go.
Okay.
But it's almost there.
Okay.
It's actually the city's been very flexible with all the restaurateurs. And they're making things a little more easy right now because they know what we went through.
Yeah, okay.
So they're a little more flexible. Of course, they still want you to do the things right.
Right.
But they're giving you a little more break.
Okay.
So once we get the CO, we order the food, we start cooking, and boom. So we're keeping some of the staples from the tacos mariachi, like the pulpo taco, the mole fries that I did with Guy Fieri on the Triple D show.
Wait. You said mole fries?
Mole fries.
So what is that?
Idaho potatoes, that we cut fresh, we blanch those, we crispy fry it, and then we finish it with house-made mole.
Yeah,
there is all with crema fresca and cotija cheese.
I love crema fresca. That's the other condiment I like. Yeah. Crema fresca. Yeah. Look, I could live off that in chimichurri. Yeah. You said you blanch your potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize blanching the potatoes gives the potato a whole different flavor to me.
Yes.
The texture, everything is different. I think if you don't blanch them, it's not anywhere near as good.
No. And blanch it is just put on the fryer for a few minutes.
Take them out.
Let it dry, and then put it in a sheet pan. And when you're ready to cook it, I throw those in the fryer for 3 minutes until they get crispy from the outside. We put the house-made mole that we make in house, crema fresca and cotija cheese. When the Guy Fieri was there, he said, I come here for tacos. I'll be back for the fritas. That was his the fries. He loved the whole basket of it.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, I've watched him for years, and I just love even on his when he's cooking. If he likes something, he'll take more than one bite. If he doesn't, if one bite, then that's
But
it.
he finished the whole basket. Same thing with the octopus taco. He eat the 2 tacos. He loves octopus.
Yeah. Well, you also said you drank too much tequila, though.
Don't say that in front of the camera. Otherwise, he won't go back to the restaurant anymore. Yes, yeah, they're all the camera crew. They're great people, very professionals. Very professionals.
Everybody is.
It was a great experience for me.
Or do you gonna have a lot of different tequilas at your?
I'm gonna keep it simple. Sometimes it's less is better.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna have like 5 good tequilas, 3 good mezcals, my 3 kinds of margarita, and 4 beers. Because on the end, I'm not a full service. I'm a counter service.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a beautiful patio, big community table. We're going to have the garage doors so people can see the bridge from the patio.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
Yes. So it's a great place. Great art.
Yeah.
I keep it simple.
The beautiful new bridge you can see from Trinity Grove.
You can see from there. Yes.
Yeah.
So they give me I'm on the bottom of the floor of 400 apartment units. There's another 400 coming next to me where the old Tacos Mariachi.
Yeah.
So I'm surrounded the new apartments. It's a great thing, and we're going to be there for 10 years. They give me a break on the rent. They build me a brand new restaurant. They give me equipment.
Can't go wrong.
Feel, and they say the only thing you need to do is cook your good tacos. That's it.
And bring people. But if you bring good tacos, you're going to bring them.
Yeah.
So tell me, mezcal, a friend of mine turned me on to mezcal about 5 years ago. Mezcal is more smoky than tequila, correct?
Yes.
Right. So because every mezcal I've ever tasted has always been a little smoother than tequila to me, but then there's some tequilas that are also smooth, but that's not smoky.
Well, it depends. But we have 3 kinds of tequila, right? We have the Blanco, which is the traditional. Right. Then we have Reposado. This only been aged for 6 to 8 months. And then the Añejo, which is a little more smoky because they age minimum 2 years in oak barrels.
Okay.
But I'm a tequila drinker.
Okay.
Instead of mezcal. But then people love.
So what do you think? What makes I guess just the flavor profiles for different people?
And it's becoming more trendy.
Yeah.
And 5 years ago, nobody knew about mezcals.
Yeah.
Only in New York and Chicago.
Right.
There's a place in downtown by Fair Park. It's called Las Almas Rotas.
Right.
It's the biggest mezcaleria in Dallas.
Right.
They got a dream. And look, they even made it to Bon Appetit magazine last year. Las Almas Rotas, and they're big on mezcals.
Yeah.
But people love mezcal. And women love mezcal. I was so impressed. Because in Mexico, it's only men.
Yeah.
Because it's not, the profiles are strong.
Yeah. Well, but I think, to me, the profiles are strong, but to me, I thought mezcal was a little more palatable at certain times than tequila was. But I guess it's all how much you want to spend for. If you want to spend more for tequila, the $100 tequila is more palatable too.
Because this day before, back on the days, the tequila was just to shoot it down like Jose Cuervo.
Yeah.
Now it's a smooth tequila, sipping tequilas after dinner. You use it as a digestive or aperitif. So it depends.
Listen. Let's be honest. When I'm drinking tequila, I'm not using it for a digestive. I'm there to party.
Yes, because tequila can kill you.
Wait, say it again.
Tequila can kill you if you don't drink more than you're supposed to.
You smile when you said that, like it's happened to you before. Have you ever?
Many times. And that's why I have a lot of respect for tequila.
You got to know how to balance it, right?
Yes.
Or it's going to get you.
Yes.
That's good, though, right?
Yes.
So you're going to open up about the middle of May?
Yes.
Okay. So with Chimichurri, you can make reservations for Chimichurri.
Yes, you can go online and open table, or you can call the restaurants, and I would suggest to make reservations. Even though that since we're not tourists, but a lot of kind of, I don't know how to say it, but a lot of traffic area, walking traffic. Right. We keep a lot of tables open for people that wander around the area and they want to sit down and enjoy empanadas.
Sure.
You have to have a table open.
Yeah.
You have to have respect.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places, we call book.
Yeah.
You want all those people.
We talked about that.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes I think it's
you don't need attitude.
Sometimes I think it's a little marketing gimmick, right? I mean, I think that's what they do sometimes, but you don't want to do that. You always have to, especially where walk-ins, Trinity Groves, you have to have, if you're in downtown Fort Worth, you got to have walk-in space for people.
I know. Can you imagine you're driving from Fort Worth to go to Chimichurri, you don't make a reservation, and then you come into the door to spend money and to have a lovely experience, and the first thing you receive is an attitude? you never go back.
Yeah.
No matter how good you are.
Oh, you'd be mad
There's
as hell.
so many, there's so many other restaurants out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
you know, you said something though. I don't know if you caught yourself, but you said to come for a wonderful experience. And see, that's what you want people to have. A wonderful experience. Every time I go in Chimichurri, people are laughing, joking, having a good time.
Because it's like family.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have fun.
And nowadays we talked about this too, because about a destination. People want destinations. They want to be able to come in. They want to be able to eat. They want to be able to drink. They'll be having a good time with their friends. Another thing people are doing right now is they're making people get up after an hour and leave, and I think that's just detrimental to your business. It's just bad for your business.
No.
It's bad.
I know people.
Yeah.
They leave whenever they're ready to leave.
Yeah.
No.
It's just not you. I'm talking about, but I've seen what's been.
Especially now that we open full time. I mean, full capacity.
Yeah.
But even when I open a 50% capacity, I mean, it's a new restaurant. People like to be. They want the experience.
Right.
If you want the guests to eat in 45 minutes, open a fast pace.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Or drive-through, but don't open a full service restaurant.
Yeah. So I want to ask you a question. For you, when you first opened up your restaurant, what was the hardest thing for you when you first opened up? What was the thing that you had to learn that was the hardest for you to learn when you opened the restaurant?
To learn how to delegate.
Oh, delegate. Okay.
Yes.
Delegate.
Because as a restaurateur, you want to do everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But once you learn to know how to delegate,
you want to control everything, so you want to try to make sure it's right, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but once you learn to how to delegate, it's a life changer.
See, that's awesome because I would as much as I've come into your restaurant, I would never have known that because when you're in a restaurant, you don't ask people that. So it's awesome. Hey, I want you to open that cookie jar right there. Take the lid off the top of this.
Okay.
I got 2 things for you to wear. That way you can when you put them on, you can think about me. Just reach your hand in there. Nothing's gonna bite you.
Okay.
I got you some socks.
Wow.
I got you some taco socks and some martini socks.
Perfect.
That way.
Well, I promise you, once I open, that's what I'm going to worry for opening day.
Okay.
On the taco place.
Okay.
And the martini when I feel inspired to take a couple of days off.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is.
If I'd known, I would have got you tequila bottle, but I didn't know that.
For the next time when you invite me to your show. Yeah, but this is opening day for Milagro. I'm wearing these sacks.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
And you will be there.
I'll be there.
With your wife. Yeah.
I'll be there with her.
She's a wonderful person.
Oh, she has to be with me.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't go nowhere.
No. She watches. She don't want me to drink too much of that tequila.
Yes.
So your social media is it just all Bishop's Art? I mean, not Bishop's Art. Chimichurri Bishop's Art.
Right now, Bishop. You go to Chimichurri Bishop's Arts. Yes.
And you have Instagram and
we
you have
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
You have to these days.
And if y'all are watching, you go to Trey's Chow Down on Facebook. And later on today, I'm going to post about some other stuff on Instagram. But I put a whole bunch of pictures on there, which posted last night about pictures of the steaks that we've had and some of the desserts and stuff we've had. And so remember, he's got dinner and he's got brunch, and they're both 2 totally separate deals, 2 totally separate.
And I'm adding lunch.
Yeah,
after Mother's Day, my first lunch will be on Friday, and we see how it goes. And we are in Thursday lunch, and as the people getting more comfortable and people are returning back to work in downtown, we're gonna open more days.
Awesome.
Because on the end we're here to make money, to do some wonderful experience, and to take care of the guests, my employees.
Right. That's right. Yes. And just have some wonderful, incredible food. Yes. Now, I did see what you brought so people can get empanadas to go in the big box,
yes,
right?
Yes, we do we don't have, you can order separately, individual, but we can do 6, 12, 1, as many as you want. You can just call ahead and we do empanada packages.
That's awesome. Because the box you brought was awesome because it's a non-crushable box.
It's kind of like a pizza box. And this is,
but it's stronger than a pizza box.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm doing, and it's going to be asados to go.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to bake and seal the steaks, marinate everything.
Oh, wow.
But we're going to do the sausages that we do in-house, the provoleta, which is the provolone cheese with different marinades. And you can buy like those kits, asado.
Awesome.
So you can order online. You're going to call it ahead and say, I want this, and that. We have 3 different packages. And we even give you the charcoal.
Awesome.
For
Perfect.
you to light it and you do your asados at
That's
home.
awesome.
Argentinian asado or Argentinian barbecue at home.
Awesome.
That's going to be very soon in the next few weeks.
Awesome. Jesus, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Boy, it's an honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. And if y'all are looking for us, Trey'sChowdown.com, everything on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr. I mean, hell, we're on TikTok now. We're doing TikTok now. I'm learning the TikTok game, but same. We're going to be here next week. I'm not sure who I've got as a guest, but we're going to be here same time, same bat channel next week. But I want y'all to go to Trey'sChowdown.com, please. Check out the barbecue list, check out the burger list, and then hook us up on social media on all the platforms because we post different stuff on different platforms. So whatever platform you like, hook us up. We'll see you next week. Like I said, same time, same bat channel. Jesus, thank you very much again. Really appreciate it, buddy.
It was an honor.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
See.